I never left, I was growing. I was on tour back in 2013 before y'all had a high school diploma. Too busy grinding and being on TV to actually live in the moment. Before Canon was making affordable cameras, I was already in focus. Before content was even a word, I ain't think that I had time to waste, so TikTok was clocks and it had me concerned. Musically, I was on Musically, flow was too mucusy, sick with it, dribble the verse. We talking about viral sensations, creating a wave in the game, they know I did it first. It was a blur, I'm better than ever. Ask how I'm doing, never been better. If I'm a boomer, turn up the treble. This album, I'm reaching a whole nother level. Don't ever settle, I was complacent, I put me adjacent, and I should've never thought I was out of my prime before I ever touched it and moved on to different endeavors. Yeah, now Hunter got me on kill mode. If I come to kick it, we winning. If it's 4th and inches, y'all punting the field goal. Y'all problem is y'all ain't got real goals. Y'all problem is chains, it ain't real gold. Y'all problems is if you don't work on yourself, then your wealth will always be real low. Still cold, cover my son's ears. I'm AZ's king and I ain't even from here. Moved to LA, said I already won here. I moved back, got a bunch of people to come here. And what's weird, I ain't show nothing but love here. Made a whole lane for the people to bump here. I built a platform for the people to learn from and kick down doors. It was always shut here. Yeah, but you gotta fall back sometime. Take a whole new path sometime. Know we all get mad sometime, I do. Yeah, spend my soul on the track sometime. Reminisce on the past sometime. Know we all relapse sometime, it's true. How are you? I'm just asking cause nobody asks me. I'm always busy, so I don't expect you to ever think it's going badly. Honestly, I don't know family. Honestly, I don't know how to be friends with nobody cause they always stab me or leave me to never hit back. I look in the mirror and question and head off to therapy sessions to find me the answers. The common denominator in the mirror, it appears that I must be the cancer. All of this pressure that's measured by money and fame, the things I obtain, try to remain the same. It's been in my frame when progress seems to be me going backwards. Yeah, every time that I better myself, somehow I hurt everyone else. My music is left on the shelf. I'm looking for things I ain't felt. I wonder if they exist. Sometimes I think it's a curse to be born with a gift. I don't know. It's like everyone hates me unless they can manipulate me. Unless they can get the version of me that they see in their dreams. It's a nightmare to be in my shadow when they wake. The separation from my own meditation calms the trees that used to shake, and without chaos they break when I no longer relate. And because things are going great, there's not really a place, and misery loves company, so they come for me instead of come for me, because they see luxury, and those who could have stuck with me chose to run from me and throw dirt on my name. No matter how much money, time, heart, soul, resources, or food on their plate, somehow I made the mistake for wanting them to be great. And I'll take that blame like Akon, cause I know when my day's gone, my intent was always to be the best version of myself and help you see the true you and improve on the things that made you smile. I built house after house after house and watched it burn down and felt burnt out, but I learned now, peace within myself allows me to go unfazed. I choose happiness every day, and I hope tomorrow you do the same, for real.
So hopefully he take the wheel, leave the reaper lazy, cause some people need to pay me, and I cannot collect it if I'm deep beneath the daisies. Long gone is my tenderness, I don't have no home to call. Whenever I need help, I just call me, that's my protocol. Old-fashioned loner, I'm the only thing I need. If you don't have no faith in me, well that's just fine. Bank on me, bank on me, I'm all I need, thankfully. Bank on me, all I do is bank on me. When I think about who I can call, my mind is blank only. Bank on me, bank on me, I'm all I need, thankfully. Bank on me, all I do is bank on me. When I think about who I can call, my mind is blank only. I've been trying to find a way to politely say, get the fuck up out my face. Let's just say I like the space. Let's just say I'm all alone, day and night, night and day. I should probably rate, isolate on license plate. Therapists, I tried those. You believe, but I don't. Cause I don't have a happy place to go to when my eyes close. Professional loner, I'm the only thing I need. If you don't have no faith in me, well, that's just fine. Bank on me, bank on me. I'm all I need, thankfully. Bank on me, bank on me. All I do is bank on me. When I think about who I can call, my mind is blank only. Bank on me, bank on me. I'm all I need, thankfully. Bank on me, bank on me. All I do is bank on me. When I think about who I can call, my mind is blank only.
Hello. It's been, I think close to 10 months since I've even had an intro to a stream. And, it's awesome to see how many people were just ready to come back instantaneously. And, I truly appreciate it. I don't know, man. I know a lot of people are going to ask me, like, why was I gone for so long? And I don't have, like, a definitive answer. It wasn't anything to do with the market or, like, just anything like that. I just needed a reset from pretty much just how life was going at that point. You know, a lot of things happened during the last, 4 years that, I don't know, I just needed to do some like searching, and I've just started to figure out what, path I like to be on. And then crypto decided to just blast off. The halving is almost here. So it was somewhat expected, but at the same time, I didn't think it was going to be at the all-time high before the halving. I mean, it's somewhat terrifying. Here, I'll switch the screen before anybody says anything. Hi, you can see my face. This is me, real. I haven't been replaced by a clone. But everybody has a different answer for what's going on. They can say the Bitcoin ETF, which I don't think is a good idea, but maybe that's what's causing it. I think it's similar to what happens in like some other investment opportunities. I think people are finally starting to understand the cycles, how they work, and they're just pre-anticipating. So obviously they're more likely to be comfortable putting on money and throwing it into the market before it starts moving, which obviously causes it to start moving. So it's a good and bad thing. Because obviously crypto is excited for the stream as well. He's flopping around. Crypto has kind of been like a little secret for people that are in the now. They have that year of like quiet accumulation, kind of around the halving to kind of get their buys in. But now, we've been through 3 real good bull markets. More and more people are starting to catch on. I have some people that are just coming out of the woodworks asking me about crypto. Like, I'm talking back when I was at 40K, that beforehand had no business being in crypto. They don't know a lick about it. So I kind of got that feeling. YouTube music, you did Spotify dirty. I don't know, I just did some optimizations in my life. I figured I was paying for YouTube Premium, which comes with YouTube Music, and I was paying for a Spotify family plan. So saving $20 a month. That's another reason why I just wanted to step back and not do the YouTube so much. YouTube was a big income source for me. Obviously, like being here, giving people confidence to trade, they would go trade on Bybit or whatever. I don't know, I felt like I was taking a lot of that for granted, so I wanted to cut myself off from it and just do my own thing. I've been reading a lot of books and just trying to figure some stuff out. I had some deaths in the family, went to a couple funerals, and been rough. It's been a rough year. But I'll be honest, I haven't really traded at all. I've, DCA'd at certain levels. I've taken periodic looks at the market just to see what's happening. Nothing much. I'm sure a lot of you, recently, I'd say recently, like a couple months ago, maybe got an email from Coinbase talking about subpoenas for Bybit. Obviously, nothing has come from that yet. And I don't think anybody is in personal trouble. I think they're going after Bybit. Obviously, if you have a crazy, stupid, astronomical amount of money that has been transferred through Bybit, I'm talking about in the hundreds of thousands, maybe you got something to worry about. But I think we have yet to see what's going to come from that, and I don't think it's going to be good. Let me rephrase that. I don't think it's going to be short-term good for what you would hope to see from the market, because I think if they shut off that valve, you have to understand that the derivatives trading is a huge momentum gainer for the market. It allows people to do things that they weren't normally allowed to do. So obviously we see a lot crazier swings in the market due to derivatives trading. If for whatever reason, whatever's happening in the ether with that subpoena affects Bybit, shuts off a valve, prohibits a lot of trading, I think we might see the derivatives kind of fade away. Obviously other countries that have access to Bybit are still going to be able to trade it, but I don't know, there's a lot of countries where a lot of the crypto money comes from that's being siphoned in through Bybit and other things. So I've been doing a lot of spot trading, and even before this whole subpoena thing, we talked a lot about spot trading and how I might be going back to it. As your stack gets bigger, you start to see just the benefits of spot trading, especially when it comes to mentality. With derivatives trading, you have a lot more need to make a move. Right? You're always hedging, you're always shorting, you're always longing. With spot trading, it's more about accumulation, expansion, selling off when the time is right, and it can get you in a lot better habits. So I've been focusing a lot on that, and we've talked a lot about the math and how if you really look at it, the only difference between if you have a nice stack on Bybit and spot trading is you can't make money when the price goes down. And a lot of people, that's the main advantage to Bybit or whatever L-Bank platform you're using, which I agree. But you have to understand, at the end of the day, now that this market is a little bit more solidified, it's no matter a guess of we don't know how far we're going to dump down. It's starting to get to the point where people are excited for crypto. So I think you should focus more on gaining more crypto, whether or not that means that crypto is worth more at the time. So as the channel is getting restarted, I do want to kind of emphasize I'm not going to be doing, obviously if you come to me and ask about Bybit or L-Bank and you're still doing derivatives trading, I'll answer you, but I don't think I'm going to be showing it as much, because although I do think that we promoted good habits, it's hard for someone to understand the mental side of it. I would say probably in the lifetime of me trading and doing this on YouTube, I've probably had 3 people blame me for their failure, but those stick with me. And I've had a lot of people that go I've turned 2K into 8K in 6 weeks. For me, I think the same is still possible with spot trading, but it's harder for people to lose that amount in that short period of time. So yeah, that's what I plan to do. So we're just gonna be focusing on charts, DCA levels. It's still gonna work the same. I'm still gonna be spotting ABCs, to sell off a certain amount, because the math all still works the same. Just you're using regular percents because you're not using leverage. So I'll go ahead and read the chat. Music too loud? Yeah, I figured. I couldn't, obviously it's been a long time. I had to re-download everything from my OBS to make it work the way it should. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. It's like too, now that I'm like in live streaming mode, it's like too closed in. There we go. Let's go ahead and take like 100 off of that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's go ahead and say hi. Rathish. Hearing a lot about you through Johnny. Glad to see you back, man. Triumph, what's up? You said, you come back. How are you? And the profits from ABC. Pretty good. I've had a lot of Bitcoin, but I've been focusing a lot on KDA. I hope you guys haven't forgot about it. KDA has been taken off. Okay, so me and Johnny were plotting this out the other night. Obviously, we had these couple DCA levels. The final DCA level for KDA was 43 cents. You could have bought back some when it got back up 82 cents because the next available resistance was $1.40. This little general area here, you see it's been hanging around in that area. Next major resistance would be around the 220 to 230 mark. Past that point, it gets exciting. And I rechecked all the math, and we talked about this $80 billion market cap idea for altcoins. Any altcoin that's worth any sort of salt is generally around the $80 billion market cap. Could be more, could be much more, just because this bull market is already heating up. But if KDA hits an $80 billion market cap with current circulating supply, each coin would be worth $80. So, quite a steal right now. Quite a steal. The market cap is super, super low. But I've been stacking up on that. Very, very excited. It's easier to get now than it was before. Before you had to use like KuCoin and stuff like that in order to get KDA. But it's on Binance US now, so if you're in the US, you can use that. Binance US is still a little bit wonky. You can't straight up put US dollars onto Binance US. You have to go through MoonPay, buy the crypto, and then send it over. But MoonPay is not too bad nowadays. I think back during last bull market, it was a little bit, the fees were a little bit disgusting, but it's gotten better. So that is an option if you're looking to get KDA. Obviously, we're still kind of on a move up here, and I can't tell you if we're gonna break the all-time high yet. Once again, getting back into the flow of things, it's not about knowing, it's about understanding what is the probabilities. Right now, we are not above the all-time high, so to say we're gonna move past it yet, not quite true. All right, on the lower time frames, we are sitting still at a high point from a local ABC high. We got A to B to C, and once again, it's my comeback. All right, so if there's anything wrong with the stream, quality, sound, you need to let me know so I can fix it. Just like the music thing. This is the current ABC, so we do have a current short position kind of forming. We haven't confirmed it yet. We still have to get back down below 64,121 in order for me to say like that's any sort of sell point. What I've currently done with a lot of family members, like my sister, for example, and this is just one example. For her birthday back in 2022, I bought her $300 to $400 worth of Bitcoin at this DCA point right here. At let's see, about 17,000. So as soon as we hit the all-time high or relatively close to it, I messaged her and I said, sell your Bitcoin. All right, because what's the advantage? Well, if this is a double top and we're going to go back down to retest some levels before actually taking off, this could be kind of like the second retest like we had over here. Now, obviously, this is a different story. All right, but we don't know how the market's going to look. as you know, the criteria for how people are reacting to the market and crypto in general changes, obviously the market structure is going to change. But hopefully we get some sort of like similar pattern as we did last time. Let me keep the chat open up. Let me see. Where did I put it? Did I close it? Oh no. Pop out chat. Yeah, I actually, okay. So let me change that. Sound is a little bit low overall. That should be a little bit better. It's in the morning. I just woke up about an hour ago, so I'm talking a little bit quiet. But yeah, so I told her to sell. All right. No, it's the same thing as before. It's like an if this and that statement. We're selling because we're at an all-time high. Major resistance. People don't know if it's going to break above. We could go back down for some retests. If we retest 40K, I'll have her buy back some more. If we go even lower than that, have her buy back some more. But it's a simple thing. Yes, if we go up a little bit here, she'll lose out on 10% profit. All right, but she has the security of securing profit before she loses 40%. That's a 40% drop right there. Pretty decent. So to go from, you know, $900 from her original 400 or whatever it was, I think it was more than that. It was like 1,200. But to lose $600 versus lose out on 10%, if it does go above the all-time high, she can buy back and then ride it from there. I would agree, layer it slowly. If it was like minor resistances and supports, this is the all-time high. All right, if we don't break it, probably going to dump down a little bit. So with regular retail traders, it's usually an all or nothing mentality. And now if you make those decisions at the best points, then of course it's going to be a lot better situation. Rupert, what's up, man? Crypto Fox, thank you. It's a 720p stream. Let me see. You might be right. Probably, I'm not gonna be able to change it this time, but maybe next time. I do intend on just keeping up with you guys. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna be a hyper scalper or anything like that. I don't want the same mentality as I once had. But you know, maybe in the mornings I'll jump on and say hello and check up on price action with you guys. Give some ideas to the people that are trading lower time frames, such as this. Yeah, sorry if there's a disconnect. Like on my side, I can barely hear the music. So if it's super, super loud still, let me know. Because I can show you my little soundboard here. You can see the sound for my voice is all the way over here. I can turn that up a little bit. Where have I been? Just working on life. You know, I for years, I would sit on this live stream and talk about stuff that I wanted to do. I just never got around to it. So, left to my own devices, no more talking. I started to do things. Just been out working, just doing like DoorDash and stuff, driving around, listening to audiobooks. And it's been good. It's been good. I've been listening to Sean Webb's new book. And I just started that one. I'm super good. I read through the autobiography of a yogi, which led me to some work by Kriyananda, who I just found out died. That sucks. But a lot of good wisdom in those books. I've been sticking to fasting for just a little bit over a month now, which, you know, given it was the fact I would have loved came back looking all ripped, you know, skinny, but we're getting there. Like I said, it's been a slow year, and things were just starting to get going in terms of like my mentality, and then crypto wanted to bring me back. It's almost like it's a simulation. Why DoorDash? Aren't you loaded? Not as loaded as I like to be honest. Like, during the bull market, I gave away so much money, paid off so much debt. I bought 2 cars I had no right buying. Like, it was an ego trap. Like, it's kind of ironic. Like, the last video I really made on the channel was talking about that. If you read into it a little bit, you would know why I kind of took a step back. I was trading day in and day out to make more money, and that money was being pissed away because I saw no value in it, because it was coming out of thin air. Every single move I took in the market made me tens of thousands of dollars. It was getting ridiculous, and I didn't like who I was becoming. It felt alien. So I took a step back, and I wasted so much money, so much time. So I do like, I have enough money to sustain myself comfortably, but DoorDash is mostly so that, like, the money that I have left, I don't just chip away at it and it turns into nothing. But obviously crypto pumping a lot did help things. So, and I have some secrets for DoorDash. If you're truly interested, you can hit me up through Discord, but I will not say it on stream. I have secrets. I'm not a regular DoorDasher. All right. What I do is completely different. Hey, are you alive? I mean, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I mean, I still don't know the rules. You know, the more I look into like this, the stuff on the back end, you know, the more I'm told that I'm not supposed to speak about it with other people who don't know about it. But I mean, ever since I had that experience 2 years ago, I talked about it on a stream where, like, I left my body. I've been just, that like sparked something in me, and I've just been researching and researching. I haven't had any real success yet, but hopefully. So I've been, like I said, I've been researching Paramahansa Yogananda, Kriyananda, Sean Webb, and just sitting a lot in silence. We need DoorDash strategy. Like I said, you can hit me up on Discord and I will tell you straight up what I'm doing. It requires 2 phones. Well, I guess it doesn't. It only requires 1 phone, but I ruined the flight takeoff strategy. Do you think it's time to? Yeah, if there's any time to use it, it's when we break the all-time high. So that is an availability. Now, like I said, this is a little bit weirder of a market. With the previous bull market, it was like a pressure cooker. Like we knew it was coming. The halving had already passed, so like it was like just bursting that top. This one feels like a slow cooker. It feels like we're going to supersede the all-time high, but it's not going to be an explosive movement. It's going to be a gradual movement, or at least that's what I feel. Because to me, it seems like people are ready to accumulate, but it's just kind of stair-stepping it. He's a smuggler? No, I do not do. I'm not doing drug delivery. Like I said, I can't say it on stream because I don't know. People get death threats for leaking what I do because it's that crazy. Basically, like you can sit in your car and depending on where you live, make $300 a day. Basically not moving. I've been doing it for a year with, playing games these days. Actually, yeah. So, I mean, I'm probably a lot of people have seen me on Steam that are in like the Discord and stuff. I've been playing Counter-Strike. I'm playing Enshrouded and Power World. And to be honest, I think Enshrouded is a better game than Power World. Power World is awesome for what it is. But when it comes down to like everything about the game, I think Enshrouded is a better game. With me and my friend Monk, we've been working on this world. We built ourselves a little base and kind of sucks because we are starting to get to end game and there's not much left to do besides like building. But I'm very excited for the future of the game. So if you haven't tried Enshrouded, awesome game. Basically like a mix of like New World, Elden Ring, Minecraft, and Zelda Breath of the Wild. So good. So much fun. Doing I said that lucid dreaming right? Not so much. I don't want to put like a name on it anymore. Basically just like deep meditation and seeing what happens. A lot of stuff can happen. Yeah, I feel so out of touch. Like I haven't checked on anything else really besides Bitcoin and KDA. That's all I've been watching. Ethereum just confirmed kind of like a double layered ABC structure here. You have the bigger ABC and then you have the tinier ABC within it. Sup, Kite, long time. Almost texted you on X. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been getting hundreds of messages like every week. Where are you at? Bitcoin's at this, Bitcoin's at that. And I was hoping to God that Bitcoin would just settle down and just lay flat for a little bit. Because I really just wanted more time. Just away from crypto. But obviously if I ignore it any longer, I'm gonna miss out on some things. So it's time to get back into it. Like I said, I'm a trader at heart. And I don't think the time that I spent was wasted. I think the money that I spent was wasted. Like I said, I just selfish, bought stupid things I just didn't need. And I just don't think people will like understand that perspective. Obviously you can. Most people can, but there's some people that like that's what they want. Until they get it, they don't understand. Like you buy this fancy stuff like a car. Sure, it's nice to have a nicer car. Not one that you don't have to worry about breaking down. I get that. Like if you're like riding around on a hoopty or like you're scared to drive it, of course. But to go out and buy what I bought when in reality, like what's it good for? Like what's it good for? I don't know. Just had to do some thinking. reset life. You can get devices that check if you're actually meditating. Yeah, but like I'm not. I don't think meditation should be like, oh, did I do it or did I not? Type thing. It's not like a true or false. It's more of like an exploration. It's not about, you know, hitting some metric. It's not like a sleep score, or you know, like you're trying to optimize it. Where's Fish? He chilling like a cinnamon roll. Hold on. He's sleeping. It's early in the morning, so he's cranky. I'm even talking right now. Yeah, I'm actually super proud. My friend Monk, I've been trying to get to do like fasting and stuff like that for years. Finally, like, you know, one night we were just watching some videos from like doctors and PhDs, and he's the type of person where he needs like official evidence. You know, he needs someone important to talk about it for him to know that it actually is true. So finally, he was like, "I'll give it a shot." So, for some reason, in his mind, he goes from not wanting to do fasting at all to, let's do a 3-day fast. And obviously, we both knew, me and him both knew, that he was not gonna be able to do it. So I told him I would support him all the way through. If he stopped, I stopped. So I figured it's a win-win. Either one, he completes the 3-day fast, and it's the most beneficial. Or two, he does 24 to 36 hours, and it's still like a good start. So ever since that fast, me and him have been doing a 4-hour eating window. I have to shift my window because I used to be waking up around like 1 o'clock. But I'm gonna switch some stuff around. I'm gonna be waking up earlier, so I'm probably gonna put my eating window somewhere around like 11. It's gonna be 4-hour eating window, so 11 to 3. I think that math is mathing, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep it up. I got up to 215 pounds. I'm down to 194, so we've lost a good bit of weight. I want to get down to like 150. From that point, my body should be fully healed. You know, arteries and stuff like that cleared out. Risk of any medical issues pretty much gone. So from there, calisthenics, weightlifting, whatever I can kind of get my hands into. Calisthenics is going to be a lot easier, not weighing an extra 60 pounds. So that's the plan. And like I said, talking from a different perspective here. It's not the same talking head that we used to have on the Kite crypto streams. Yeah, because I don't want this to come off in a certain way, and hopefully it comes off somewhat endearing. I'm not here for me anymore. Back when the channel first started, obviously the main goal is to help people, but at the same time I was there because I was seeking that. I was seeking that engagement, some sense of being needed. That's not there anymore. I'm coming back for you guys because I'm sure, you know, out of all the messages I got, the one that like was the most awesome was like, hey, since you've been gone, crypto YouTube has sucked. You know, you were just a friend to share crypto with on live stream and talk about stuff. Everybody else seems like they're selling something or just, and like that was awesome to hear, that like I was more of a friend to come and chat about with crypto, rather than some guru. So when I talk about what I'm doing with my life, it's no longer from like a sense of like, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing. I'm doing good, right? Tell me I'm doing good. Thank you. I don't need that anymore. No. And the live streams are going to reflect that. They're probably not going to be super long. I'm shooting for like maybe an hour, 2 hours, like every morning. catch up, say hello, chat, talk about crypto. It's not going to be so money hungry focused. Like, oh, we need to make these profits. We need to short here, do this, do that. I'm here to answer questions. If you ask those types of questions, I will answer. But it's not going to be my focus. Do you still talk with Ryan Matt? Yeah, actually. He hasn't messaged me in a very long time, but he messaged me the other day. And he's got a whole new studio, which looks fantastic. Way better than this. 10 times better than this. And he asked me to come on a show on Friday, but I told him no. I told him maybe later, because like I said, what I just said. I want to be relaxed here. I don't want to just. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully, you understand just what I'm trying to put out there. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's right to come back after 9 months of not putting out any content and then go start doing crypto shows. That's weird. So. What's your synopsis? Just joined. On BTC and Ethereum, we have some small time frame ABCs that are kind of getting back down, ready to confirm. BTC not even close yet. It's got to come back down all the way to 64,000. But for me, it's just an if this and that statement. We're sitting at major resistance of the all-time high. I got to rebuy my pro version of TradingView. So for me, I've told my family to sell off their stack. I sold some. I'm still buying KDA. KDA is above resistance, so still buying KDA every day. But for BTC, until we get back by the all-time high, I did sell. That's my move. Obviously, I haven't sold. For me personally, I haven't sold all of my Bitcoin. But for my family, who's less technologically inclined, sold all of their stack, and then I personally set up a market buy, if we got above 69,500. That way, if it does blow past the all-time high, they still have money being generated. Don't forget to click on cancel. TradingView gives that is a good trick. Most websites are like that. Amazon Prime, stuff like that. They'll give you a discount if that's what you're looking for. Usually it's like 3 months. NordVPN does that. And usually get some really good deals on NordVPN. Yeah. Someone in the chat was saying like they were getting stopped out a lot taking the short ABCs on BTC. For me, there was only a couple. It's like as we were going in this uptrend, the only ABCs that were like super viable was here. I believe this one was one that we attempted. This one, which had a nice pullback, and like this one right here. And you can see like they did work out, but obviously not in the way that we would have hoped. There was a smaller time frame, long, right here. Like this was the last good long position on BTC, in my opinion. There was nothing really here to tell you to go ahead and long, but this one right here, hopefully you can see that. Downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. Let me make my lines a little bit thicker here. That was the last good position. Am I shorting right now? No. I've sold a little bit of Bitcoin in anticipation for a pullback, but I'm not shorting. Like at the beginning of the live stream, if you weren't here, I talked about how I'm kind of moving away from leverage trading and more spot trading. I think it's better for me personally. So we'll still talk about leverage trading if you ask the questions. But for BTC, this would not be in a short position until we got back below 64,150-ish. Right now, it's kind of like in open air. We have major historical resistance here at these levels, but like the current time frame, we are in like a no man land. If you don't have an open position, I probably wouldn't recommend getting one. One second. I just had some USDT come through. I gotta convert it to Cadena. What's spot trading? It just means that you're doing it without leverage. All of the math is similar. All right. It's just without leverage. And spot trading, it's the only difference in spot trading is that you cannot short the market. What you're doing in spot trading is called accumulation expansion. Basically, your short positions are where you sell off your Bitcoin. And then on the pullback at certain levels, you buy it back. And therefore, the dollars that you sold up here are now worth more Bitcoin down here, but you're still at the same dollar amount. Then you're looking for the price to go back up. So accumulation to the downside, expansion on the upside of the opposite value, which in this case being US dollars. What would be your target for that BTC short? Right now, it wouldn't be anything crazy. All right. Just like before, we're looking at supports and resistances. So you take the current position, which would be this short position, and you're looking for local lows. Hopefully you remember, local lows is not necessarily like just low points, but particularly where we see big trend shifts, the low of a trend shift. So for example, this is an uptrend. This is a downtrend. I mean, that's an uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. All right. So this is the low point of this trend shift. All right, right here is another low point of a trend shift. Local low. Local low. Local low. You could even say that this one was as well. But obviously that one's, I mean, I guess, yeah. You could probably look at this entire area as support. So for me, I wouldn't be looking for anything crazy. Particularly a retest of 60,000 before breakout is more than likely. At least. Could go deeper. We could go down and retest lower. Those are the availabilities, not the probabilities. You're still holding pussy coin. Oh my goodness. That was like one of those coins where I was like, oh, man, everybody else is buying these shit coins and making money. So I bought it. And we sold. Big announcement when I sold. I wanted that stated. The exact moment I did it, I posted in the chat. And then I went live shortly after and said it. But hopefully it comes back, man. No promises. Like most coins, they didn't quite deliver on what they said they would. I mean, look, it had a pretty crazy rise there. So I mean, it's up a little bit. So hopefully, maybe you can get out of it. Always holding AMD stock. AMD's new processors are kick ass. So I'm still very excited for AMD. AMD has been killing it. Look, this was many months ago. September 2022. We had this nice ABC formation. Bought into it. It was a little bit rocky. Got stopped out a few times. But once we got back above it and really settled above it, we're on our way. Now, that being said, we are now in short territory. So if we do go back below that high there, I probably would be selling off a lot. And probably looking for a retest of 93. Can you automate ABCs? People have tried, like David Tech. I think that's his correct name. But the overall opinion from like what I've seen in his Discord, people talking about, people still go back to manual ABCs. For some reason, the bot can't see what you see, and that's the main advantage, in my opinion. Being able to see trends from a visual perspective is a lot better than some algorithm going, okay, we have higher high, lower high, higher high, higher high, complete, trend complete. It just doesn't do it correctly. So I still recommend manual ABCs. We near altcoin season? I don't think so, but that's a good thing. Altcoin season usually comes maybe like 2 or 3 months after like Bitcoin really takes off, media attention, fucking crypto influencers starting to be like, this coin is going to 1000x. And then everybody and their grandmother starts going, we're going to be billionaires. So the longer that doesn't happen, the more time I have to accumulate KDA. Like I said, what's interesting is KDA is not necessarily like a guess. Obviously, it's an educated guess at the end of the day, and we don't know exactly what's ever going to happen. But KDA is one of the altcoins that showed its face. Some people saw it. Some people never got to even know the name. KDA came out and really hit the waves around this point on BTC. It was after the bull market. We had the first initial pullback. A lot of the hype for BTC, crypto in general, fell away. A lot of people saw, almost close to 60% of their portfolios fall within the matter of 2 months. They're like, well, fuck this. This is not awesome. This is not going to make me $1 million. So KDA came out on the tail end of the bull market, had a meteoric rise from like literally cents to $20. But then obviously the crypto market fell away. We went into the bear market. So with money falling away, obviously so did that all-time high price of KDA. KDA as core is actually amazing. It provides the security and democracy of proof of work while also having the speed of proof of stake. So now we have like I'm sure you're up to date on this. We have Ethereum, top dog, BTC, top dog, 2 competing technologies, proof of work, slower, but democratized. All right. And then we have Ethereum, which is much, much faster, a little bit more costly at times. But it's I see Ethereum more like an oligarchy now. The people that have money will continue to make money. The people that don't have money will never ever get a chance. Obviously, there's staking pools, but that's ran by somebody else. Somebody else is getting a bigger cut. You're just getting a portion of it for participating. It's not true one-to-one ownership. With BTC, I think it is. So Kadena takes those two, has everything you would want from him. And we've talked about the simple math. KDA has a max supply of 1 billion. So pretty easy to do the math on that. We've talked about how most altcoins that get any sort of traction during the market typically hit a minimum of like $80 billion market cap. We saw that with many coins that really didn't even deserve to be in that range. This one I do think does. So $80 billion divided by 1 billion, that's $80 a coin. If we see anything more than that, obviously I'll be very extremely excited. I'm on the low end. I'm just hoping for $50 a coin. If we see any more than that, I'm thoroughly surprised and excited and very happy. But I think it's a steal. I think it's a steal. And I'll be honest, I was super hesitant at first. And I think rightly so. First time I ever heard about KDA was through Ryan Matta. I love Ryan, but he does have a little bit of a sensationalist type mentality with his channel. He wants to bring in the hype. So obviously you found Kadena. And so from my perspective, it was like, oh, it's just another one of those altcoins that, you know, crypto YouTubers kind of like to have, where if it does well, you know, they have that in their portfolio of like, look, I told you about this coin. That's why BitBoy is he even still around? I've kept up with anything. If you talk about thousands of coins and those coins do well, you can say it was, you know, I told you about that coin back in this time. But what about the other 99% of coins that did nothing? So that was my perspective on it at first. But as I looked into it and just looked at the math and how simple it was for it to get to certain price points versus other coins, you know, people talked about like a $50 Dogecoin. That makes no sense logically. The amount of money that would have to be in that market is insane for a $50 Dogecoin. For this to get to $50, it's lickety split. It just needs a little bit of attraction in the market. Like I said, I don't want to be like a hypo crypto trader anymore. I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, still have a little bit of Litecoin that is still in profit, but it didn't go where I thought it would go. So I'm still holding on to that. I have my regular stocks, I have my Nvidia, my AMD. We had the Apple stock buy. Hopefully you guys remember that. This ABC that we marked out some years ago. Obviously we're sitting on a little bit of an ABC top right now. And actually, I did not see that. I did not see that. But this was the last ABC buy for Apple, which I'm still holding, which I'm second guessing myself now with this ABC top here. But it's Apple. I'll come to that conclusion later on. I gotta think about that today, whether or not I want to dump some of that. Have you tried anything other than trading online? No. Like I said, that's not who I am anymore. I was, you know, If you would have asked me like back then if I would ever got into that, I probably would have said yeah. But honestly, like if I could just drop everything and just live a simple life somewhere, I would. Easier said than done. I just obviously got to care about money to some extent. Have your bills paid. Have a standard of living. But anything extraordinary, I don't give two shits for anymore. I don't. Like, I'd rather be able to buy 6 Priuses, you know, just for an example. Obviously, like, I don't know what other, like, hybrid or whatever, but then buy one super nice car that I'm gonna have to take into the shop every other month and, like, baby the hell out of it. And that becomes my life. That's all I talk about. You wanna see my car? Look at this car. It's so destructive to have that big of an ego. Still single? Wouldn't you like to know, Prathish? Yeah, still single. Had a couple chances, but like I said, I'm just focusing on some other stuff right now. Why do people who make it come to the same conclusion you came to? I won't say everybody does. I think it's, you have two different types of people. People that are honest with themselves and people that will continue to lie to themselves because they know no better. So someone that makes a lot of money, they're either going to come to the realization that I'm no happier than I was before. I'm sitting in a nice car. Like, the leather's nice. Heated seats are nice. But it's just a thing. I'm not happy. And then you have people that go, maybe I'm not happy because I don't have more. Maybe there's more to it. And they keep chasing it. And yeah, they might make more money, get nicer things. Guarantee you they're not happier. And if I had like one word of advice, it would go read the autobiography of a yogi and other things like it. It changes your perspective a lot. And it sounds sad when I say it, that like I wasn't happy with the things I had, you know. Compared to some people, it wasn't anything crazy. But I could see what was happening. And that's always been something that I'm extremely good at. It's like when conditions change, I can tell earlier, whether it's the market or whatever. That's why I like trend shifts and stuff like that, like the ABCs. Catching the trend shift as close as possible. Getting the first sign of weakness, the first sign of strength. Does it always work out? No. But like as I was accumulating stuff, you know, buying the cars, $4,000, $5,000 camera, upgrading my PC, putting flooring in my house. Like I was just stacking up more shit to care about. And all it was stressful. It wasn't happy. And like I was, even like when I got like the S-Class, I was still looking at other cars. I was looking at the Maybach next. I was looking at a Cadillac next. And like I saw what was happening. I sat down, like I'm like, it doesn't stop unless I make it stop. And there's, once you start figuring out what you're really supposed to be working towards, do you get any sense of happiness at all? I would say like these last 9 months, although like with what's happened have been extremely tough, and there has been moments where I'm like just depressed. I'd say I'm better for it. Do you think correction after the halving? Either before or after. I mean, obviously, like the logical side of me is always looking for a correction on major pumps, but obviously crypto is erratic and sometimes does stuff that shouldn't necessarily happen. So there might not be a correction. Like I say, it's all about just probabilities and if this and that statements. Right now, we're not above the all-time high. We're currently sitting at major resistance, the most major resistance we have, the all-time high, with currently on the smaller time frame. Not the largest by any means. ABC formation starting to form. We have not confirmed to the downside yet. Little to no support underneath us. So it's just about weighing the opportunities. What is more likely? You never know what's going to happen. Anybody that says they do, stupid. All right. They're taking guesses, whether they're right or wrong. They're going to play into it. All right. So right now, all I can say for certainty is this is our major resistance here. We have our current downside pattern forming, not yet confirmed, with little to no support underneath us at these levels. So for me, like I said, I told some of my family to sell off their stack, pretty much in its entirety, because like I said, it's a simple thing. With this much resistance here, if we do dump down, even back down to the 50K range, it's pretty deadly. Right, 23%. We dump down to the major support, 40%. All right, they can always buy back. If we pump and we get above the all-time high, they lose out on 10% of profit. 10%. But if we get above the all-time high, obviously we can go to other crazy places. We can go to 100,000. So from there to 100,000 is another 43% from where they would be buying back their stack. So they miss out on a little bit, but they gain a whole lot. Do you meditate? I try. I'm no good at it. I can't really cross my legs in like lotus position. So like as I've been reading Yogananda and Kriyananda and all that, they've given other examples of how, you know, like you can sit in a chair. I've tried that. It's like a muscle. You know, meditating is like when you first try it, you're weak. You know, you sit there for 5 minutes and you're bored. Nothing's happening. So you get this, your brain gets distracted and you want to go do something else. But it's just like continuous development in that. We can start to sit for 30, 60, 2 hours at a time. And not just sit there, but also quiet the mind. The ultimate goal is to be able to go into meditation at will instead of by accident. The way that I've been practicing is through Yoga Nidra. And that's the shitty thing about all this. Everything is trying to sell you something. You go on YouTube and you look up Yoga Nidra. It's all guided meditations, courses. There's no like authentic teaching. I just feel like I'm missing something. So a lot of what I do is trial and error. Like I rather understand through some vague wording from an actual yogi who isn't supposed to, like, in their culture, like, you're not supposed to just give away how to do something because there's value in it being taught. directly. So like with Kriya Yoga, you have initiation, you have to go and you have to learn rather than, you know, simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step. So from what little things I could understand about Yoga Nidra, I'm trying that. And obviously I have to figure it out on my own, because I just don't feel like someone teaching me from my current sources really know what they're talking about. You have exo charts or anything like that? No. I mean, back in the day, we used to have like, what was that website called? Trading Light or something like that. We would look at exo charts and try to get a deeper understanding of what's going to happen. But like the more and more I traded, it's the more that you think that you know what will happen next, the more disappointed you'll be. It will lead to anger and stupid decisions. So that's why like I trade the way that I trade. Said many times, is it the most profitable it could possibly be? I don't think so. I'm sure there's some other like crazy nerds that are have some hyper algorithm that's trading 600 times per second that's making way more money. It's not looking what that's not what I want to do. So Ernie, what's going on? Probably should get going here soon. I wanna keep like a regular schedule. So I usually want to wake up around like 5. Don't know if I want to stream that early. I mean, considering how many people are here, maybe I keep this schedule. Because I do want to like get it out of the way. Because that's the thing. Like if you start doing your daily routine and you don't have something that's like absolutely important, not saying that you guys aren't, but streaming is one of those things where it's more like an activity. It's not like a requirement. You know, I'm not going to get booted from life if I don't stream. If I wait till the end of the day and I don't feel like doing it, I won't do it. But if I do it in the morning, when I have nothing else done, I feel like it's more likely to happen. So wake up around 5, start streaming after I get up and wake up a little bit, and then probably get out, start DoorDash around like 7:30, 8, and then get some lunch around 11, get some dinner around like 3:30, and then wait, no, because my eating window would be get some dinner around like 2:30. Am I doing the math? 12? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so like 3 is when it's supposed to end. And then yeah, come back and settle down, play some video games, get some good sleep, do it all over again. If you do exercises to quiet the mind, like going to meditation, sometimes the easiest way to do it is to focus on meridians of your body, focusing on breath. That's all you do it, listen to. Can't seem to find the address for KDA. I got some USDT to swap on Pancake. I don't know how it works on Pancake. I've been using Binance US to convert and do my KDA. What do you think about BTC? On your trades? I'm not in any leverage positions. I'm currently still holding BTC. I sold about 25%. If it goes back below the all-time high, if it goes up to like 69,435, I'll buy that back. But other than that, I'm waiting for it to pull back either to 60,300 or back down to these levels. Right, is your community still active? Yeah, we still have people that chat every single day on the Discord. And I'll probably leave the bear market special up on the Patreon if anybody is interested, just for like a lifetime membership. So like I said, I don't want that to be like a focus anymore, you know. But for people that do want access to that, talk to other people that are trading ABCs, that is an option. What's your way to tackle the days where everything just seems so hard? I would recommend 2 to 3 books by Sean Webb. There's Mind Hacking Happiness Volume 1, Volume 2, and then his third book, which he just came out with, was The Human Mind Owner's Manual. And Sean Webb, he basically wrote an algorithm for human emotion, what triggers what, and how to interrupt that process. I'm not going to say it's easy, but understanding what's causing hardship and being able to isolate those things and look at them from a third-party perspective, especially through meditation. Meditation is all about understanding that there is a separation between what is happening in your brain and that there is something else watching what's happening in your brain. If you can create a bigger divide between the two, instead of having the brain react, the brain gives suggestions on how to react. The other part, the watcher, can decide what to take action upon. So when things are hard, it's much easier to isolate and go, okay, take a second. This isn't that big of a deal. You know, when life comes crashing down, when you might get something out of the blue where all of a sudden you need to come up with $5,000, you know, it's easy to kind of crumble. But if you isolate and say, I got time, if I take small baby steps this way, we'll be at our goal in no matter time. And it just takes everything into perspective. And if you get more into the esoterical stuff, if you go read Autobiography of a Yogi, specifically Swami Kriyananda, if you believe in that sort of stuff, it takes away all the stress because there is no rush. In the description of all of my live streams is my Patreon link. If you read the English translation of the Quran, you will understand where to look for peace of mind and happiness. On top of that, your way of seeing this world will change for the better. I agree. One thing that I love about the yogic tradition, which is separate from Hinduism, you have, so what I would like to, not to get political, religious, whatever it might be, please don't take this the wrong way. It's just my thoughts and opinions. The yogic tradition has something called Siddhartha Dhamma. I'm butchering that. I know. I'm just a little white kid who is trying to understand this stuff. But Siddhartha Dharma just means eternal truth. Basically, no matter what religion you subscribe to, as long as it rings true with Siddhartha Dharma, it doesn't matter. Basically, in a yoga tradition, yogis look at the Bible the same way they look at the Quran, the same way they look at the Bhagavad Gita. I've been butchering all the names. But they find wisdom in all of them because they ring true with Siddhartha Dharma. And no matter how you come to the conclusion, all that matters is that you do. And you start working towards it. So, like I said, I agree. The Quran is good. The Bible is good. I'm gonna try to say it again. Avagita. I've been reading Bhagavad Gita. Why can't I say it today? Sometimes I can say it, sometimes I can't. I guess it just comes with time. But I've been reading through that. And what you like, if you really honestly, with no ego attached to any particular religion, if you go through and you look at it, you realize they're all talking about the same thing. They all have their different leaders who were God realized, but they're all talking about the same thing. It's the tribalism attached to it is where the corruption starts. Like I said, I'm just some English guy who doesn't know how to say words correctly. But what's important is I have true intentions when I talk about them. Whether or not I can say a word doesn't take away from it. Bhagavad. Thank you. You had to put it in the long version. Like I said, when I'm reading it and I'm listening to about it, I can say it, but left to my own devices, I sound like a bumbling idiot. I think it's one of those things where I do like how the yogis have a different definition. So like in Christianity, the word faith means you don't know, but you have faith. Like you, basically yogis use the word believe as faith. You don't know if it actually exists, but you believe. And then in yogi tradition, faith means you know it. There's no doubt. There's 100% faith. You've seen it. And I think it's one of those things where until you have an experience where something just completely unexplainable happens. I'm not talking about like, oh, a bird sat on my shoulder. God must be real. Until like you have that moment, it's always believing. And that's what I like about yogis in particular. It's more like the scientific method rather than face value. They don't go, well, here's a book, listen to it, believe in it, have fun, live a good life. It's continue to strive for the answer, see it for yourself, and from there, everything else will come into fruition. Well done for not being woke. I try my best. It just happens. I try to not push beliefs on people, but obviously, like I just talk about my experiences, and as I experience things. But we'll give it another 10 minutes. I'm gonna go take a shower. I know, right? You're asking like, you haven't taken a shower yet? How do you look that good? But no, haven't taken a shower yet. And man, I am actually hungry right now, but I have to wait. They just opened up a Raising Cane's where I live. We had one up north, but I don't know, like it's too far of a drive. I have to put a torch. Yeah, anybody got Torchy Tacos where they live? Torchy Tacos is the bee's knees. But again, it's too far up north for me to regularly go and eat it. Got some KDA, small amount though. It's a good start. I've been watching you for the last 2 years. I've seen your struggles to get better at the mental level. You've done so much and been an inspiration for trading. Thank you. Like I said, I think trading, although caused a lot of egotism, and because obviously if you get good at it, comes money. And I do think that money in some ways, if used improperly, causes the ego to inflate, you know, in different ways. But I think trading at the same time gave me like an analytical approach to basically if the mind is in check, then the money will be in check. So it taught me a lot, but I think there's some other things that can do it easier. But I'll be forever grateful for it. Like I said, we're still trading. It's not in the same ways. Not in the same ways. First shower this year, take a bath. Baths are yucky. What's the chances of KDA going down from here? Obviously, if we get rejected on BTC from the all-time high, I do think KDA will follow. The best hope would be that we possibly go back up to retest $2.24, like that area. This is marked off of the average trend high. But if we go back up to retest that, and maybe come back down and retest this local low over here, around the same area that we're currently sitting. You know, obviously we're a little bit higher than that, but that'd be awesome. Pick up some more. I hope you read the book Outgrowing God by Richard Dawkins. I'll look into it. And when I see that title, I think of the way that I think about it in terms of Outgrowing God. As I've delved more deeply into it, to a sense, Outgrowing God is actually what I'm doing. But although finding a deeper connection with it, it's looking at it less from like a human perspective of, oh, there's some dude who's in charge of everything and he's playing Legos with life. I think outgrowing that idea is very, very important. And understanding it's not like that at all. And that it's not about just simply being a good person and let that dude handle the rest. It requires conscious effort and want. And if you think that something else is going to do it for you, that makes no sense. I was checking yesterday to see what's the last time your stream was. Yeah, and it was like 9 months ago, probably closer to 10 months. Took a hiatus. I always said it was going to happen. Obviously at the time I didn't know when. It just happens, you know? I am only accumulating KDA. At this point, like, obviously there's some resistances and some supports that we could probably target and maybe take profits and try to buy back. But at the moment, for the current price of KDA, I don't see any reason. I am buying. Because I think, you know, I might eat my foot later, but I honestly think that even on the lowish end of the bull market, KDA is going to hit $50. I think it could do much more. But for any of these current prices, I'm happy to buy it. And this is, you know, this is coming from the dude that was very realistic with Ryan. All right, when Ryan was in KDA and back here, he was talking about it pumping. I was like, hey, if we break $5.38, we're dropping all the way down to $1.39. What happened? Boom, dropped down to $1.39. I was like, if we break $1.39, we are going to try to retest 30 cents. And we got pretty damn close. So now that we're breaking through these major resistances, and obviously BTC showing signs of strength, I'm very excited. Exactly. BTC is a different story, but for KDA, like I said, at these prices, yeah, the percentage moves might throw you off a little bit, but I bought a lot down here off of this ABC. And I've been buying through this region on this dip. So I'm not too sad if we see a slight retest. Now, we do have the ABC here. So if you're still in the trading mindset, this is a valid position. But I wouldn't just take profits based off of this resistance here. Now if we come, obviously we are close to getting back below that level. But even then, I'm just going to use it as an opportunity to buy more if we come back down for this retest here. I've even like looked into just selling some stuff. So I have some CSGO skins that are worth like 2,000 to throw into KDA. You know, I like my CSGO skins, but if it means playing without skins for maybe a couple months, but being able to come back and, you know, buy those skins back, but have extra money. It's Kita. I'm sorry. Just understand my intentions are true. Like I said, I'm not good with words that are foreign to me. I try my best. Alright, pleasure to meet you. Johnny has spoken about you at length. So good to be with you in the community. Have a great day. Thank you. I appreciate you. Are you still trading the Phantom model? What do you mean by Phantom model? It could have just been that long that I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't ever remember referring to something as a Phantom model. Alright guys, I'm gonna head off, take a shower, go work for a little bit. I can see some people already messaged me about DoorDash. And like I said, if you're interested in what I do with DoorDash, like I said, I have tricks. Alright. You can message me on Discord, I'll tell you straight up what I'm doing. I just don't want to say it on stream. But, alright guys. Let's go ahead and say goodbye. I intend on being here tomorrow. Just to say hello, check on the market. Just keep up a rapport. Like I said, we're going to take a much more relaxed approach to the market. And I think it's going to be for the better. So, whether or not you're still trading with leverage, that's completely fine. I will still be here. I will still answer questions about leverage. If you want me to talk about anything related to it, we will do that. I'm still very well versed in leverage. Like I said, do I think it's the worst thing in the world? No. But do I think it's going to be here forever in the way that it was back then? Don't think so. Like I said, there's some stuff that's happening in the background that no one really knows quite yet. But there's hints. I don't know quite how it works anymore. I'll put my Discord name in the chat, but I think you have to send me a message request. I can't accept any more friend requests on that Discord profile just because I'm at the max friend limit. So if you send me a message, you might have to do it through a message request, which I don't know how to do that. But then I'll be able to see your message. Hey Crypto, after reading all the kinds of human-written books, you didn't get any answers. Why even God created humans if we assume God really exists? And what's the purpose of life that we are given with? I can't answer that exactly, but the one thing that I can say is that human-written books are instruction manuals. If you find a good teacher that can really decipher what they're actually talking about, because there's a lot of allegory and personification. It's just like any other story that's written. If you take it as 100% fact, like, say for example in the Bible, like Jesus retreating into the wilderness. All right, you would say like, okay, he went into the woods. That's not what that means. Wilderness in that time is an allegory for meditating. We're going within the wilderness where it's quiet and there's nothing happening. So if you can find a way to look at these books in a different light, they're basically instruction manuals. It's no longer listen to this person on a pulpit talk about how I need to do something. It's, well, let's go find out. And it's not my correct place to say what is the purpose or the end goal or whatever that might be. The only thing that I can say is go look within yourself. That's it. And once you have any sort of experience, it will spark a fire and you no longer see it from the same perspective. It's not a dogmatic religion where and I'm not talking about any particular religion, I'm talking about Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, whatever that might be. I'm talking about all of them. It's no longer a dogmatic thing where there's a hierarchy. It's a cooperation between all unified life. And it's beautiful. And you have to read it in a certain way. Like I said, I'm not trying to push beliefs. That's why I'm not talking and saying this is what you need to do. There's many paths to walk. Just some people don't want to move their feet. And whether that path is just living a regular life to the best of your ability, do it. Like I said, once you figure it out, there's no rush. And it becomes a nice process. All right. I love you guys very much. And I'm going to go hang out. I'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully around the same time. Probably around like 6 a.m. On here for about an hour. Just going to be there to talk. If you want to stop by, I appreciate it. And yeah. Let's go ahead and log off. Do one of our signature songs. All right. I don't even have it. Give me 1 second to set it up. I don't even have it. I gotta add, because like I said, everything got deleted because I reset my computer at one point. I gotta add this. There we go. All right. Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Like, really, thank you. I thought there might have been like 15 people today. to just say hi to, and I would be talking to all of you guys in past tense, you guys watching a VOD, but for as many people to show up as they did, thank you. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.
I mount my sorrow, Kilimanjaro, put it in a poem like Walt Whitman. Short flow with a tall rhythm, got balls so I ball with them. Splish, all knitting, take it to the bank like Oprah. Off the shit I'm rocking off my dome, no Jofa. Anybody song logs about to get woke up. New Jack OG, popular as Kale. They used to wanna see me get hit dead by a train. Now they all be catching feelings as they hop up on my rail. Shit got dry so I'm pulling in the well. 2 buckets saying fuck it to an L. Checking Joe went up the hill, but who the hell be down? Do it for my city, yeah, I do it for my town. See a lady in the grocery store, I hold her down with a hey, how's it going? Don't you know how it sound? Girl, I ain't too damn cool now to ask you how you do now. Hating on me true, yeah, so have a nice day. Why people too damn quiet, yeah? All that shit talk diet, yeah. Just some food for thought. Have a nice day. I ain't got no worry, I ain't got no worry. I ain't got no worry, I ain't got no worry. I pull up in a hurry, pull up in a hurry. I pull up in a hurry and say, have a nice day. I ain't got no worry, I ain't got no worry. I ain't got no worry, I ain't got no worry. I pull up in a hurry, pull up in a hurry. I pull up in a hurry and say, have a nice day. I ain't a one-trick brolo, I go Tony Romo. Put it in a story like John Grisham. Love you like narcissism. Take one, yeah, my palms itching. Blah, it sound bitchin'. Talk shit, diet on it, keep it real hiatus. Let's be honest with the work, yeah, you ain't logging any data. Let's be honest with the perks, yeah, we ain't lying in no hammocks. I go back to back with annex, this ain't simple mathematics. Cartwheel over all the static, this ain't simple acrobatics. I'm about to order haddock, treat the waiter like the CEO. People popping pills for the glam, acting up for the gram. Understand that's as real as a TV show. When she hit the fan, I found that ain't nobody round. Do it for my city, yeah, I do it for my town. See a teller in the bank, you know I hold them down with a hey, how's it going? Don't you know how it sound? Girl, I ain't too damn cool now to ask you how you do now. Hating on me true, yeah, so have a nice day. Why people too damn quiet, yeah? All that shit talk diet, yeah. Just some food for thought. Have a nice day. I ain't got no worry, I ain't got no worry. I ain't got no worry, I ain't got no worry. I pull up in a hurry, pull up in a hurry. I pull up in a hurry and say, have a nice day. I ain't got no worry, I ain't got no worry. I ain't got no worry, I ain't got no worry. I pull up in a hurry, pull up in a hurry. I pull up in a hurry and say, have a nice day.